Hey, what's up, Super Duper Sims, and welcome back to another episode of SimplyPodLogical, a simply nailogical podcast.
Happy Taco Tuesday!
It's Tuesday!
Let's go!
Today we're going to play a little bit of this or that. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. We've done this once before on the podcast.
Yeah, let's do it again.
We pose these scenarios where it's like, would you rather eat shards of glass or play in traffic?
Let's get started with that one.
That was a dark example. Okay, maybe that's not good. But today's episode is brought to you by Shopify.
Thanks for sponsoring.
Thanks,
Whoop.
Shopify. More on that later. So,
All right.
Christine, any life updates before we start?
Life update. What? You just put me on the spot.
Do you
What?
have a story time for us?
No. Why?
Okay,
Should I?
You don't have to.
Meant you threw up. That was a story time.
Meant you threw up in a hat the other day.
Meant you threw up in the bucket hat.
Yeah. Sad. I used to wear that hat.
Yeah, you can't wear it anymore.
Now it just smells like cat food.
It's just like having a baby.
All right, Christine, first one. Would you rather have the ability to see 10 minutes in the future or 150 years in the future?
Can you change the outcome? Like if I know the future, can I change it or no? Like
I knew you would ask questions or complicate that.
I must understand all the information before I give you a response, Ben. That's reasonable.
Let's say you could change the future. How about that, just for fun?
If I could change it, then I would want to know 10 minutes.
Okay.
Selfishly, I'm not going to be around in 150 years. So, like, I don't know what me as one individual doing will impact because I'm not going to be here.
Because you would use it to what, like commit crimes or
Commit crimes.
manipulate people?
No.
Why not?
But it's like, I mean, the altruistic thing to answer here is to say you want to see 150 years so that you can warn others and change the course of humanity for the better. That I understand.
Yeah, but scientists now know what's coming in 150 years.
Like
We're all going to be
a
underwater.
comet or an
No one's
asteroid?
listening anyway.
Yeah, see, good point. So if no one's going to fucking listen to you, I might as well just know 10 minutes in the future, be more practical.
And 10 minutes in the future
Yeah.
can actually benefit you selfishly.
Not just you. You could help others with that knowledge as well. Absolutely. So I'd rather do something immediate if I know I can have that actually have an impact or an outcome. Whereas if you tell someone, I saw 150 years into the future, they'll just tell you to shut up.
Yeah. Like you could know where someone's going to be walking in a few minutes, and you can just leave.
Could save them.
You could leave a bunch of banana peels there,
Or you could
and then
kill
they slip
them.
on the banana
or
peels.
you could kill them, according to Ben.
What would you do
could
if
win
you
at
had
Fall
magic
Guys.
powers?
You could win at Fall Guys somehow.
Well, I win anyway. I don't need magic powers to do that.
Wow, guys. Okay, what about you? What's your answer?
Yeah, 10 minutes. Because,
reason?
just more benefit, more immediate payoff. I don't have the patience to wait 150
Well,
years.
it would be impossible. That's my point. No one will live 150 years. So you will never see that outcome.
Yeah, you're kicking an open door. Ooh, I think we agree on this one.
We agree.
Okay.
Let's find one we disagree on.
Okay, next one. Would you rather be in jail for 5 years or in a coma for a decade?
This is a good one.
Coma all the way.
Explain yourself.
I don't know. The idea of just taking like a long nap and just waking up and like 10 years have passed. I don't know. I think I could be okay with that. Whereas the experience of being imprisoned for years, even a lesser amount of time. Like, I guess the coma robs you of like years of your life.
Yeah.
Which you need to factor in. But I don't know. The idea of being held in a cage against your will sounds pretty terrible.
So you'd rather be put to sleep for a longer duration.
That sounds
basically. Well, like you'd rather
like
be
you're putting me down or
unconscious
something.
and like not know that so much time has passed, so you don't have to experience the struggle of like having to wait to see your family again. But your family will have to experience the struggle
I'd
of waiting
rather
10
all
years
those
for you.
other people have the pain of not
Rather than
having
you.
me. Yeah.
Okay.
Again, I'm being very selfish.
So
about
this one definitely made me think, and I didn't have an immediate one. But now thinking it through, I think I'd actually pick the 5 years.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Does it depend like where you're imprisoned though? Like if it's Martha Stewart's prison. If I can have the cell
build
Martha
her own
Stewart
prison,
was
Ben?
in. If I could have some low security, maybe.
I mean, like, this is definitely not saying that prison is a good time.
No.
You know, and I personally do not have experience having been imprisoned. I've only observed them. And, you know.
Yeah, we're being a little flippant about this. But
yeah, of course. So, like, no one would willingly say, yes, I'll just go to prison for 5 years. It's no big deal because it would be incredibly difficult. And it's not something I can personally imagine having never had that experience. But just like from a standpoint where you say 5 years of, let's say, like of struggling versus 10 years of absolutely not knowing, but everyone else around you knowing, I think I might pick the 5 years struggling. And you always have something to look forward to every day. And you know that it's only 5 years. Not only 5 years, but like
5 years is a long time.
You know there's a date. There's a promise.
We just watched a show on Apple TV called, what was it called? Blackbird?
Blackbird, yeah. Is it based on a true story?
Based on a true story. No spoilers, but it's basically a guy.
You can say the premise. That's not a spoiler.
Yeah, so the premise is the guy is sentenced for drug trafficking, I guess.
Narcotic possession or something.
And
his sentence ends up being 10 years, but they'd originally told him it would be like 5. Anyways.
The whole point of the show, though, is they're willing to let him out like early if he can get a confession from a suspected serial killer who's probably
also in prison.
But he has to get transferred from the low max prison.
Min.
Yeah.
From Min.
To a max security prison.
Right. So he has to undergo the suffering of now being in a maximum security prison, which his sentence did, or his offense did not require. And he has to hope that he can convince this person as an informant himself to get information with a person who's an alleged serial killer.
Which is like a really insane situation to put somebody in.
It's quite the task. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, interesting show.
Interesting show based on a true story. How do we get here? So he chose go to prison. Well, I mean, he was already in prison. Yeah. He chose I would go to worse prison.
Yeah. Next one. Would you rather lose your sight or your memories? I went a little dark with the ones I
selected. Did we do this one already?
Here. I don't know.
You didn't check?
I lost my memory. I chose memory, so I don't know.
Chad. I mean, who are we talking to? Did we might have done this one in the last one.
Would you rather have universal respect or unlimited power? Unlimited power.
Define both of those. What is universal respect and what is unlimited power?
Would you rather be respected? I think what it's getting at is like, would you rather have people's respect or would you rather be powerful? The implication being people don't respect you. So
it's implied that you wouldn't be respected if you had
think
power?
So. That's how I'm interpreting it.
Okay. If we right then I mean I also just don't want a guarantee of unlimited respect. That's fucking weird. Like I cast this spell and you all respect me now. Like good job. I did nothing to earn it.
Kind of like the Queen.
Oh my God, Ben! No.
Magic.
Nope, I know
birthright.
Nothing.
God said this is the Queen. Yeah.
Anyways.
I want unlimited power.
Okay, so you would make people respect you with that power?
If I had unlimited power, I suppose I could just make people. I would demand they respect me. That's the way you get people to respect you.
Right, yes.
You force them to.
Don't vote for Ben, guys. Do not vote for Ben.
Cristine, would you rather swim in a pool of Nutella or a pool full of maple syrup?
Oh, this one's fun.
Both of these sound terrible to me.
Oh, this sounds fun. More fun than like being in a coma.
Well, which one sounds more dangerous? Are you more likely to drown in Nutella or maple syrup?
Nutella could be like quicksand. Yeah. I feel like Nutella would be heavier and harder to get out of. So
maple
if we're considering risks.
Thicker though. Nutella's kind of fluffier, airier. But I guess you couldn't really swim through it at all.
Through it.
You would just sink and suffocate.
Yeah, like quicksand.
So I guess it's how would you want to die? In a pool of Nutella?
Why do we always go there?
Or in a pool of maple syrup?
I think I'd vote maple syrup and stay true to my Canadian roots. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what you could do too? You could just like...
drink it.
You drink it, and maybe you could drink it fast enough to bring the water down.
That'd be so disgusting
bring the level.
to drink that much. But like, you could eat Nutella.
Yeah.
Same thing.
You could eat your way
but
out
I
of
feel
it.
like you couldn't see through Nutella. Okay, this is why. Because if like you get trapped, you could still see through the maple syrup. I mean, don't ever dunk your head with your eyes open to maple syrup. That's probably not good either.
Yeah,
but
don't get maple syrup in your eyes.
Yeah, hypothetically, it'd be more translucent, especially if it's like a low grade amber. maple syrup. You know, there's some that have more clarity than others.
But that just means you could see. I think I'm still hung up on which one could you swim in. Could you swim in either of these things? Probably not.
I don't think you could swim in either, yeah. But I think Nutella would be scarier because it's just dark brown. You're just lost. You can't see through.
You're just in a dark hole.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fun. Would you rather hear a comforting lie or an uncomfortable truth?
A comforting lie or an uncomfortable truth? Uncomfortable truth. I don't want no bullshit.
Yeah. Don't sugarcoat it for you.
No. I hate when parents did that to me.
Yeah? Tell us a story,
When
Cristine.
they told me that the tooth fairy was coming and there was no tooth fairy. Okay? You know, I don't want that fucking uncomfortable
You still
lie.
resent that?
Yeah.
You hold a grudge?
Just give me the uncomfortable truth instead of a comforting lie.
That's kind of a bad example, though, because like the most...
Is it? I feel like it's a perfect
I feel like
example.
some of the most defensible lies are telling...
White lies.
Letting kids believe in sort of fantastical things that make their childhood more fun.
So can you think of another example of a white lie that's a comforting lie? Other than, like, the first thing that comes to mind to me is that those kind of childhood things.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the first thing that comes to mind, too, because I think it's one that most people do. Right?
Because they feel like there's no harm in it.
But, like, in relationships all the time, I'm sure people are
What
like,
do you lie to me?
You look great in that dress, like that sort of thing. No?
No, Ben. No, I don't think we would be lying. Okay. That's not... Okay.
Bad example?
Generally speaking, even as a child, I would much rather the uncomfortable truth. Just fucking tell me the truth. I'm going to grow up eventually. But that's me, and I know that's an unpopular
You're a little different,
opinion.
though.
Yeah. And so you would prefer to have been lied to about the tooth fairy.
Yeah.
Even in retrospect, even
think
now.
I think I've mentioned this, though. Like, I believed in some stuff like that probably a little longer than most people should.
See, and that's the harm
So
caused
it's a little
by
embarrassing.
the lie.
You're right. If you
Ben
keep...
still thinks the tooth fairy is real, guys. Don't tell him the
Wait,
truth.
what? She's not real. Christine's been putting money under my pillow for years. No, yeah, it is. There is a flip side to this. I don't know what the right age is, but I think you also don't want your kids living in fantasy land at a certain point.
I know it's very normal for parents to do this, and there's nothing wrong with it. I'm just saying, me personally, reflecting on my own experience, having been lied to about such creatures, I would just wanted the truth. I even remember like demanding the truth one time and was still told a lie.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I was sus. I knew something was up, and I said, "Tell me the truth." I was not told the truth, so I fucking watched them and exposed the truth.
So we're not parents, obviously. So like, don't listen to us. But yeah. I think once a kid starts expressing some like educated doubt, like this doesn't make any sense. Fat guy fits down the chimney. What are you talking about? You know what I mean? Like as soon as they start asking questions like that, I think that's when you stop like trying to delay the realization of certain things, maybe.
Yeah.
So I didn't have when I
reasonable.
started asking questions, I just kept hearing new. Oh well, it's this and
Excuses.
it's magic and
Oh, interesting.
that delayed my
I wonder.
understanding.
Yeah, I don't know.
You know what I
Parents,
think it
answer
is?
below.
I think like I was the youngest kid too, right?
They didn't want to lose.
I think
lose
some
it.
parents have trouble, letting go, especially of their youngest kid not being a kid anymore, you know?
Which is kind of selfish, I would say, for the parent to just keep making excuses so you keep believing it, so they keep you young in a way. And it's like, no, dude, like you're asking educated questions. You want to know. You're being inquisitive. And I do feel like that's the reasonable point for a parent maybe to change course and explain. Because it means the child's like thinking beyond than just what they were presented. But what the fuck do I know? I don't know. I tell Menchie everything. I tell her the truth every day.
Do you? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you just tell her she's beautiful.
That's the truth.
It is the
That's
truth.
the fucking comfortable
And
truth.
Christine, I want you to know, I would never lie to you. But the truth is that today's episode is sponsored by Shopify.
I did know that.
Did you know that?
That is a comfortable truth.
It's a very
Yes.
comfortable truth because Shopify offers an easy-to-use all-in-one commerce platform for anyone, regardless of their technical ability, experience, to start, grow, and manage a business. Shopify lets you sell online, in person, and on all major social platforms. And Shopify's platform is built for unrivaled performance, powering the highest demand flash sales and retail events.
Damn.
Like product launches, holiday sales,
Like Holo Taco
all
lunches.
that fun stuff. Fun story. I don't know if I've ever talked about this. The day before Holo Taco first launched,
Yeah.
your nail polish line, I wake up at like 3 a.m. in a panic. And I'm like,
I remember that.
oh no, what if the website crashes because everyone is just going to show up at the same time for the product launch as soon as you post your video? So I'm emailing our web developer and a few people. It's like in the middle of the night. And they reply to me. They go like, hey, you're on Shopify. And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, don't worry about it.
It's fine. Yeah, everything's going to be fine.
Everything will be fine. Yeah. And that's kind of like, I think, anyone who has a business or especially selling stuff online, like you can read all about why Shopify is a good choice for them being your provider of those commerce platform. But for me, the benefit or the biggest thing for me has always been like, I've never had to worry
about that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And for me, one thing I love about Shopify, which you might have seen me already talk about, is the data. I love data. I'm a data person. And if it's data about my nail polish, then give it all to me. And many of the charts and graphs I've made for you have been derived from extracting data from the Shopify backend, or the live map you've seen at HoloTalk launch streams. That's the Shopify live view of the store of everyone visiting, which I just think is like super fun and useful and very intuitive. It's easy to use. Yeah. Which is important.
Their analytics absolutely make it like easier for you to understand who your customers are and what they want, and just
more
help
holo
you all sorts of ways. So if you're looking to start your own business, check out Shopify and use the link shopify.com/simplynailogical. Again, that's shopify.com/simplynailogical, and start a business today.
The link is down below. Thank you, Shopify, for sponsoring this podcast.
Yes, thank you. All right, Cristine, would you rather have a personal maid or a personal chef? Good segue.
Are you thinking of hiring someone or doing something, or?
I think it would be interesting.
It'd be interesting to have a personal maid. What does that mean? Like someone who cleans for you, specifically?
Yeah, well, I guess we don't have a cleaning.
No, that's why we don't clean, Ben.
Our house is
we
just
need
filthy.
both of those things.
We do not have a cleaning service. I feel like that's pretty normalized. I never had one growing up. I think you did at some point, right? Did you have like someone who come to your house once in a while?
Yeah.
Cleaning person?
Yeah, a cleaning lady.
Cleaning lady?
She was a lady.
Do we still call them that?
A cleaning lady?
Cleaning person?
If they're a lady, you can call them a cleaning lady, I suppose.
I don't know. I've never had one. Tell me more. What did they do?
I mean,
did you leave the house?
She wasn't always there. And let me just preface this by a lot of the people that not my friends, but like my cohort I grew up with in school were incredibly rich, and they had live-in nannies, a lot of them. So that's my memory of growing up. A lot of them had nannies.
Babies?
No, they were my age.
When I hear live-in nanny, I assume it's like you hire someone to help you like raise an infant.
Yeah, no, there were nannies where I grew up in the greater Toronto area in a specific neighborhood.
Okay.
And they would like take care of all the like packing lunches for school, snacks after, doing all the laundry, cleaning, whatever, even if it wasn't an infant. Some people had nannies. This will sound very strange to like most people.
Yeah.
But a lot of people I grew up with had live-in or
so you didn't have this, but you knew people.
That.
Okay.
We were not as rich as my peers.
I see.
Compared to my peers, yeah. But we did have an occasional cleaning lady, and if I remember correctly, she came once every 2 weeks, and every time before she came for that few hours, we had to clean our rooms for the cleaning lady. Like, no kidding. It was always like, the cleaning lady's coming, clean your room, otherwise it's embarrassing for the cleaning lady to find your room not clean. Like,
wait, that is super relatable. I would feel the same way if we had someone coming in here to clean. I would just feel like I would have to clean up for them for their arrival.
Yeah.
Is that normal?
That's why we don't have a cleaning person now, because where am I going to put everything? What are they going to do when they see this room?
So I guess the answer is chef.
Okay. Oh yeah, there was a question.
That would be pretty cool if you just had someone come over.
They can make you hummus.
Oh, they can make me hummus. They can make me things other than hummus. I can make my own hummus.
Okay.
But the idea of having someone come over, like someone who's really good at cooking, cook some meals for you, that sounds pretty awesome. That's a kind of luxury thing I think people can get behind. Yeah, that sounds awesome,
but honestly, the more practical thing is definitely a cleaning service. I feel like that's what we need. One day I should put that in motion. One day I should get someone to help. I vacuumed this morning for like 5 minutes.
Oh, wow. Tell us more.
I got so many spiders. Disgusting.
We should just put like a link down below. What? Like, do you want to clean our house?
No, Ben. We will not do that. Okay.
Next one?
I answered cleaning service. You answered chef.
All right. So we cover both our bases there, right?
In this alternative universe.
All right, Cristine, would you rather be an extra in an Oscar-winning movie or the lead role in a box office bomb?
An extra, because I don't care to be seen. I don't want to be a lead role.
Okay.
That's an easy one.
I think you're right. That's pretty easy.
I don't care if it wins
I
an
want to be
Oscar.
the guy who just sort of like shows up beside or, you know.
I don't want the stakes to be that high. So being an extra is definitely where it's at.
But
yeah.
you were a child actress, you know?
Yeah. I had an extra once.
You had an extra?
Like someone was an extra for me.
That's
Or
not what
a
it, that's not
stand-in,
a
sorry.
stand-in. Okay.
Yeah.
So wait, what was that like?
But there was extras on some of the sets as well.
Oh, this is kind of
There's
sad.
extras
So
and stand-ins.
you were like 10, 12. You're a child
8 to
actress
12,
in commercials,
yeah.
right? 8 to 12. So you got picked for a commercial, and they found another little girl not to be in the commercial, but just to stand where you were gonna stand,
Stand-in,
so they can
yeah.
like light.
It was
the
actually
shot.
a little boy, one of them.
Oh,
Yeah. Sometimes it doesn't matter.
they just need to be similarly proportioned, right?
Kind of. I mean,
Yeah.
it probably really depends. I imagine in movies where they're like very specific about lighting and shape, they need a stand-in that looks similar. But like, I don't know. It was just like a kid's toy thing. And I remember they had the stand-in, the little boy there, and his father, I think, was just
Yeah.
like hanging around. And I remember his father talking to one of my parents like about how they just do stand-in work or extra work. I don't know.
Wait, that's just
I was
their
really young.
thing.
Yeah. You get paid for it.
Well, I hope so.
Well, sometimes there's extra positions where it's just like volunteer because it's like the chance of being in the background of something.
Oh.
But then sometimes it's a paid thing. I don't know how it works. This was like 25 years ago. But there's options.
Do you ever wonder like how different your life would be if you had been
On Degrassi.
gone on to like a TV show or a movie and been a child actor or actress? Because like so many child stars end up with pretty strange
Life
lives.
outcomes.
Yeah.
And it makes sense.
It's a strange thing to like thrust a 10, 12-year-old into not just like fame, celebrity, money, parents controlling your
I
money.
wouldn't say I was famous from being in
No,
toy
I'm saying,
commercials.
I'm saying, but you had a foot in a door
Yeah.
and you could have entered into that world. Like there's that really that book came out not long ago by Jenna
Jeanette
McCurdy, Nickelodeon star. The book was I'm Glad My Mom Died, about how terrible her experience was being a child star and how she both felt exploited by her own parent. Also the network too. Some stuff's heavily implied there, and it's just like, man, it's dark.
I was never on the same set for longer than 2 weeks, which was the movie I did. So I was never
okay.
repeatedly going to work on the same thing as a kid. So I don't think I really like became a full-fledged child actor that I would consider
Sure.
that to be the definition.
Yeah.
But I did acting in commercials as a child. I think I did like 15 commercials in one movie and a couple billboards. I was on a billboard, just
You were
like
on a
you.
billboard?
Just like you were on a
I've
billboard.
been on a billboard. You put me on a billboard.
Anyways, how do we get here?
I don't know. I just
Can't
thought it
remember.
was interesting.
What was the question to begin with? There was a link.
Would you rather be an extra in
Oh, yeah.
a critically acclaimed movie or star in a box office
So
bomb?
being an extra is so much easier than starring as a lead role.
Yeah.
So like I would much rather be an extra.
If you're not trying to get famous. Also, it would be pretty cool to say like, hey,
Yeah.
have you seen Apocalypse Now? I'm
I'm
that
right there.
guy in
Yeah,
the corner. Yeah.
Cool.
If you could be in the background of any movie
Mm.
ever, what is there a movie that comes to mind?
Grey's Anatomy?
It's not a movie.
Whatever. Show, movie. Yo, I could be like surgeon. Painting nails.
Aren't the surgeons actors? I don't know if there's are there extras that are like surgeons?
Of course there's probably extra. Yeah, in the background, it's a hospital set.
They
So
wouldn't even see who you are. Your face covered with a mask.
well, maybe I'm not
You're
wearing it
fully
in the scene.
in scrubs.
I don't know, Ben. Okay,
Just see your
what about
eyes.
you? What do you want to be in? Walking Dead? You can play as a good zombie.
That'd be pretty fun to be a zombie in a
Yeah.
zombie movie. You know,
Like all the extras during the Glenn scene. Just imagine all those
Glenn
extras.
scene. We don't watch The Walking Dead
No,
anymore.
it's been a long time, but just that scene sticks out to me.
I tapped out during the Negan season. What was that? 8,
Yeah.
9?
It's too
Couldn't
bad.
handle it.
I really like Negan. The character.
You mean the actor,
yes.
Jeffrey Dean Morgan?
Who was also in Grey's Anatomy.
Oh no!
like early on.
Really?
Yeah. Like first or second season.
Was he Mick? Mick Bash Your Head In? What was
No.
his nickname? Mick Sexy?
No, he didn't have a nickname.
Mick Hot Doctor?
He was a patient.
Okay.
Mick Patient.
Mick Patient.
Okay, what's the next
All right,
one?
next one. Would you rather be royalty 1,000 years ago or an average person today?
Average person.
This is absolutely the correct take. What's your reasoning though?
As soon as you said, would you rather be royalty? I said no. Like, I didn't even care what
You
the
don't-
other option.
So like you'd even rather be a regular person today than royalty?
Yes.
Because I think what this question's getting at is like, would you rather be like the top 1% of society
1,000. Wait, what was it?
1,000 years ago?
What was royal? Okay, educate me. What was royalty 1,000 years ago?
I mean, that could mean a lot of different things.
What was it? When was it?
When was it? The year is 2022, Christine.
So it was 1922.
1,000 years ago?
No, that's on. Oh my god, guys! Yo, I'm fired. I
Yeah.
just said I love data.
The year is 1,022.
I don't even know what was happening.
Maybe
I'd
you're,
have to look it up.
Maybe it's some like medieval.
Were there humans?
Maybe. Oh my god. Yeah, there were humans, Christine.
I don't remember.
1,000 years ago, were there humans?
I wasn't there, guys. I don't remember.
There were dinosaurs too, though. This is around the time humans and dinosaurs coexist.
No, you're making. I don't remember. Yo, like grade 10 was so long ago.
Christine.
We should play Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? Because I'm not.
we would
Yo,
both fail.
Why are we both crying? You're crying.
It's so funny. What is the Earth only 6,000 years old or something?
No. Like the Earth is old as fuck. I know, but I just I can't remember when like humans came to be.
Yeah.
Do you know?
Tell
us, Ben, since you're so smart. When did humans
I don't know, but
begin?
we're probably talking like what's Cro-Magnon? What? Like precursors to humans, like how we evolved.
Like the Big Bang?
No, how we evolved not from monkeys,
Oh,
but from
like evolution from.
Neanderthals.
Okay.
I think they
when
found remains
did
of like
humans-
human-like people from
When
like.
did humans first exist?
My guess is like 60,000 years ago.
5 million and 7 million years ago.
No,
That's what the first result from the New York Times says.
they found human-like remains from
The first
7
human
million?
ancestors appeared between 5 and 7 million years ago.
Okay, I was pretty off with 50,000.
And they were probably ape-like. Okay, I don't fucking know, man. Like, I feel like there's so many people listening to this, and they're like, Christine, you are so dumb.
This is
but
very
here's the thing,
cringe.
like,
It's okay. It doesn't affect your life.
I did not study this, except in grade 10, which was, like, so long ago.
I was very wrong too. But like you're aware of human history that is older than 1,000 years old, like ancient Greece, maybe.
Yeah, the Romans.
Or like the Magna Carta. So like 1,000 years ago,
yeah.
we're probably talking about like medieval. Like
medieval times
serfdom?
with like horses
Medieval
and shit.
times, just like the
Yeah.
the restaurant. Yeah,
Just like the
that.
restaurant where they joust.
So would you?
Jousting.
Oh, God.
They did jousting. They served chicken.
Yeah. So if you're the royalty, they would serve you chicken and joust
Okay.
for your entertainment.
Right. Yeah, I don't want that.
You know. I have to say, like, it doesn't have to be 1,000 years. I think I'd rather live like an average person today than even people at peak luxury like 100 years ago. Because I think like even very conveniences we take for granted, like refrigerators,
The
are
internet.
things that are so accessible to people even in lower socioeconomic groups for the most part.
Right.
That like even if you were the richest man in the world 100 years ago, you probably don't have a good shower or the internet or
Right.
so many
and a
things
lot of
we
these
take for
things
granted.
have become way more widely available today that even if you're not loaded, most people have access to the internet. Or like these conveniences.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
maybe not. I'm not gonna say most, but like most people listening to this podcast. For
in
example.
certainly a Western or North
Obviously, most
American
people listen.
context.
Oh my god, I'm having a dumb day.
Have people been 7 million years? Is that what that said?
So, yeah, I mean that was the first result. I don't know.
Man, I was way off too.
I was way off.
Were you man, you were just doing
remember.
the Price is Right thing where you try to
Yeah.
underguess the other person.
Okay, so you definitely don't want to be royalty from a long time ago.
I wouldn't want to be royalty today either.
So that's what I was gonna ask. What if it was? Would you rather be royalty today, or average person in 100 years?
I do not believe in the. How do I put this?
Don't
without
say it.
offending
Don't say
people? I don't really respect a sort
Don't-
of system of government that's based on like God-given right or birthright. I don't have any time for that. And technically, Canada is part of a system like that. We're a Commonwealth country.
You just lost your citizenship.
The Queen is technically the head of state here.
She is on our money.
Although it is very much like a purely symbolic thing. And I totally understand people who are mourning the Queen or respected her as a historical figure. But that still doesn't mean you have to, or that I respect the concept of monarchy in 2022, you know?
Yeah, the concept has a lot of issues. If you just like erase all the people and you just like look at the structure and the definition, you're like, what year is it? Like, that's how I kind of be. I'm like, is it the year 2000 and something? What?
And I have to admit, it's been pretty strange. Like on social media the last little bit, it's been like, I saw the Ottawa Humane Society is like, out of respect for the Queen, we're going to like not post anything on social media. And I'm like, you guys save animals.
Please keep saving the
keep
animals.
doing that, you know? Not the time
Please
doesn't need
save animals.
to stop right now.
Oh my god.
All
Okay,
right,
so we don't want to be royalty unless we're holo royalty.
Well, especially, and like if we're thinking of that family, like you know, those boys who lost their mother, hounded by paparazzi, you know, racist press in the UK. Like, there's all sorts of like I wouldn't want that. I wouldn't want the sort of issues.
Is that the only modern royalty? Actually, I don't even know. Like, it comes to mind.
It's the
No,
first
that's
thing.
not true.
I'm sure there are other.
There's definitely like princes elsewhere. Yeah, now that. Okay, sorry, dumb question. I know that.
But it's not really a common thing because I think you just end up with dictators instead of kings these days.
It's kind of similar things, just different language, right?
Yeah. Well, sure.
It's marketing.
It's just
marketing.
PR. Yeah. We're both so
Okay.
stupid today.
Yo, guys, I'm having a moment today. Please don't hold what I say today against me and be like, Cristine, I thought you went to grad school and graduated, and you know, like, yeah.
well, not for how old are Neanderthals?
Not for history of human
I
civilization.
cannot get over that.
Okay, well, I was like 1,000 years. There can't possibly be life on Earth. Oh my god. Okay, give me the next one. Let me redeem myself.
Would you rather wear the same socks for a month or the same underwear for a week?
The same underwear if I can use a liner.
I've got a trick answer.
What?
It's underwear, but I'm not wearing underwear at all.
Explain.
I'd rather be able to change my socks. But like I'll say I can't change my underwear, but I just won't wear underwear.
Are you sitting on anything during this week? You're just going to stand the whole time?
Yeah, I'll stand for a week. I'll sleep standing
All right,
up.
Ben, get a standing desk.
All right, would you rather sip gin with Ryan Reynolds or shoot tequila with Dwayne The Rock Johnson?
Ryan Reynolds.
I got all of these from parade.com, by the way. Shout out. That's why some of these are a little silly.
Yeah, you know, I thought you came up with them because
Who
they're brilliant.
would you
Brilliant,
rather
Ben.
hang out with, Ryan Reynolds or The Rock? Can I give you a hot take here?
Ryan Reynolds.
I cannot stand either of these people.
Is that
And
why
they're
you picked
they're
them?
probably like big sweeties in real
They're
life.
big sweeties.
I
Why can't
I've
you
no
stand
I have
Ryan
no reason to
Reynolds?
think they're not very kind, generous people. I think they're both involved in a lot
so
of
you're just
philanthropy.
really judgmental.
Ryan Reynolds, sort of like his affect, how he comes off in all of his movies, where he's just basically playing Ryan Reynolds. I
He's
cannot
funny.
stand that character.
He's a
The whole like Deadpool thing. Like, I'm self-aware and sarcastic, but I really kind of love myself.
he's like a very heavy on the comedy kind of, but yeah, I know what you mean. I think he'd be so fun to hang out with though.
Oh, would you?
Yeah.
You'd sip gin with Ryan Reynolds?
Yeah, even though I hate gin.
Oh, yeah, you said that's one of your least favorite
Yeah, I don't like gin, and I
drinks.
would still pick Ryan Reynolds over The Rock.
Oh. Is that your celebrity crush, Christine? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
I think he's really funny.
That's not an answer.
He's cute. Yeah, he's Canadian too, right? Yes.
Yeah, he is.
All the Ryans are Canadian. So is Ryan Gosling.
Married to Blake
Blake
Lively.
Lively, who she's pregnant with her fourth child.
Why
Just
do
saw that
why do we
yesterday.
know that?
Because it was on Twitter.
Oh, yeah. Congratulations.
Congratulations. They're not watching.
Do you know who my celebrity crush is?
I don't know. Alicia Silverstone? Wait, no. I don't know. Why would you?
Like 1,000 years ago.
Before humans. I don't know.
It's Jane Goodall.
Okay. Explain.
Smart, sexy,
Loves monkeys.
knows a lot about monkeys. Exactly.
Okay. You could feed her bananas.
She could feed me
Wait,
bananas.
okay. Who would you have a drink with? Ryan Reynolds, gin, or The Rock?
I'd much prefer Jane Goodall, but
That's not the question.
if I had to pick one, probably The Rock.
Why?
You could just work out.
And drink alcohol?
Yeah, that's a good
That's
combination.
A great recipe. Okay, give me the next one, boy.
All right. Would you rather have skin that changes color based on your emotions,
I already have that.
or okay, let's get into it. But the other option is you have tattoos that appear all over your body depicting what you did yesterday.
Oh, absolutely not.
Why? It would just be a tattoo of like you at a desk.
But
Tattoo of you cuddling with Menchie. Tattoo of you painting your nails.
then everyone can actually read you like a book with the colors. They don't know what emotion you're experiencing, just that you are having them.
Okay, so you already alluded to this. You, when you're nervous.
I already changed colors.
Yeah, Christine gets red.
But it's not just when I'm nervous. That's the thing.
Okay.
I am a pale friend. I am a person who, like, you can read everything, except you don't know what you're reading, so it's kind of a trick.
What, a pale friend?
I don't know.
What the hell does
Like,
that
I'm
mean?
just like a super pale lady. Like, you know, we
Is
just
that
get
your superhero name?
We
or
get
something?
really blush. But like, I'll get red,
Uh-huh.
and it can be because I'm nervous, because I'm scared, because I'm excited, because I'm happy, because I'm uncertain, because I'm
Oh, okay.
like, it doesn't matter.
So it just means you're feeling things.
Yeah,
So when you don't care,
I don't have
won't
colors.
turn colors.
Yeah,
But if you're feeling
anything at all.
you'll turn red.
Yeah. So I'd rather that, so that the person doesn't actually know what it is. But if you have a tattoo that literally illustrates what you did yesterday.
I kind of like, my major issue with tattoos is I'm not confident I would want to put anything on my body that would be comfortable being there
Sounds
forever.
like this tattoo isn't permanent if it's going to update every day.
So that's the thing. If my tattoo refreshes every day, just click refresh.
But you're committing to always having an illustration of what you did the previous day for the rest of your life.
Yeah, and it would definitely rat you out if you ever did anything bad.
Exactly. Can't rob a bank.
Can't rob a bank.
No.
That's okay.
I don't know.
I guess it's a big deal for me. All right. I agree with you, though.
So wait, you agree, and you'd rather have what I already have. Who?
Probably.
Did you make up this question, or did it already exist?
No, it existed.
Fuck the person who wrote this question. because
Okay.
Because the point of this is to like oppose two things that are both bad.
Yeah. Well, no, tattoos aren't necessarily bad.
No, but the one that's updating, it's not the tattoo part that's bad. It's revealing what you did at yesterday. That's the bad part, right? That's the unfortunate thing, that you always have to weigh two evils is basically the point of this exercise. But the one evil, I already have.
Yeah, that's too bad.
Yeah, fuck this person who wrote this question.
All right, Christine, would you rather be in a zombie apocalypse or a robot apocalypse?
Robots.
No
Let's
way.
go.
Well,
Yeah.
okay. Would you rather be in one,
2%.
or what do you? My interpretation is like, what are you more likely to survive? I think the assumption is you want to try to survive the apocalypse, right?
Or not.
Okay. I think maybe you're touching on, if it's a robot apocalypse, there's at least some chance it's
Of an
like a
alliance.
benevolent, we
Evolution.
can leave humans as existing along with an artificial intelligence.
Yeah.
But I think, assume the artificial intelligence is hostile to humans, I think you're way more likely to survive or
In a
endure
zombie.
a zombie apocalypse than
Yes.
robots.
I think you could dupe or trick zombies easier than a robot.
Trick them?
Yeah. Like with sense or whatever to mislead them off the path,
Oh,
to kill
okay.
them. You probably, I see what you're saying with the
Yeah.
robot, like they probably have like fucking heat imaging and could see you through the other side of the wall. Whereas like
yeah,
a
yeah.
zombie, maybe you,
They're slow.
they're dumb, you know?
They can't
at
really
least-
open doors.
Yeah. They're kind of like,
Is that what the sound they make?
no, that's the sound Zyler makes.
None of these would be fun.
Yeah, I guess I would just pick robots because I think it would just be more interesting.
I kind of have this fantasy.
Oh no. Here
This
we
probably
go.
isn't something you tell people, but
Go ahead, Ben. Just
Don't-
tell
don't
us.
tell anyone.
I probably shouldn't say this, but I will anyways.
probably shouldn't say this.
Go
but
on.
I have this sort of fantasy in my head of having a sort of cabin or cottage in the woods that looks pretty like whatever, like it's just looks like a regular cottage, but underneath it is a concrete like bunker where like if a zombie apocalypse happened or the robots took over, we could just go live underground in this concrete bunker somewhere.
Okay.
How would you feel? How much money would you allow me to spend on this?
You better keep streaming, Ben.
I better.
You better keep streaming on Bentendo.
I better buy a shovel.
Get those vacation fund memberships. I don't know if that's a misappropriation of funds, though. You got to rename that.
Yeah, I don't think this could be a business expense.
To bunker fund instead of vacation fund.
I'm gonna do a new tier.
New tier. It's like $30 a month.
Bunker fund.
Oh my god.
Wouldn't that
Zombie
be? Would
fund.
you?
Apocalypse fund.
Are you totally against this? Or
I
you just think it's a waste of money?
I feel like it's incredibly not that likely. I don't know. I should think about how.
Well, I'm not like a crazy like prepper person.
Well, that's exactly what this would be, though. You'd be prepping for something. You wouldn't do it just for fun.
I think I've heard a lot of rich people, the super rich.
The royalty. Well, I bet you royalty has a bunker.
I think they're all planning, like there's a few places in the world where they would try to get to in the event of like a global catastrophe. Like I think New Zealand is a very popular spot.
Do you know this?
I've read a little bit about this.
Like there's bunkers that exist there?
Yeah, I think it's something about the elevation and you're sort of away from everyone else. Yeah, there have been conferences where like rich people get together and like, how would we survive this sort of thing? And I saw a funny article where they're like, how do you think I could keep people listening to me as their boss if like there's no social order anymore? Like if you hired a bunch of security, right?
Yeah.
But then like the world's over, there's no currency.
Yeah.
Would they respect you as the rich guy who employed them? Probably not.
No.
Yeah, of course not.
Good luck. Go hide in that bunker, boy.
Yeah. Well, this is depressing. Next one.
Sure.
Cristine, would you rather smooch Chris Pratt, Chris Pine, Chris Evans, or Chris Hemsworth?
Did you picked all Chris's? But they all have H's.
Yeah, that's how you spell Chris. Excuse me.
Chris with an H, meh.
Who's your favorite
Chris
famous
without
Chris?
an H.
Definitely not Chris Pratt, right? Chris Pratt,
No, I
Chris
don't like
Pine.
him.
I want to see that new movie
With Chris Pine.
with Florence Pugh.
You like all the PR, the drama has got to you?
No, well, I first saw the trailer and I actually
No.
thought it was interesting.
Sure.
But now it's like
You like Harry Styles.
I want to see like, is it a train wreck? Is Harry Styles terrible in it? Can you tell the actors all hate each other?
So the drama got you. Yeah.
I think it's interesting. I
Yes. Just say yes. It's okay. Ben.
I think
Just
it
tell
might
us.
be an interesting movie. And I also think it's interesting when you hear a movie was made by people where there was a lot of friction on set.
Yeah. This is probably really great for the movie to get all this kind of PR.
It makes me
but
think it was deliberate, right?
We'll never know. We'll just all be suckers buying tickets.
Is that out already?
I don't know.
I don't think anyone's going.
To the theaters?
I don't get the sense this movie's going to do incredibly well financially.
I don't know. What was the question?
Who's your
Which
favorite
Chris?
famous Chris?
Okay, so Chris Pine is that guy. Chris Pratt is no.
Chris Evans is Captain America.
Superhero.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Chris Hemsworth, Thor, muscly Australian dude.
Probably Chris Evans,
I think Chris Evans too,
I think.
because he can do both. You know, he
I
could
feel
do.
like I mixed those two up, though. The last two. The one who plays Thor and the one who plays the other superhero.
Yeah, Christine hasn't seen like any Marvel movies. Chris Evans can play like dumb superhero, but also
I feel like he's
Interesting,
been
more
in
dramatic
in
roles.
better movies, too. What was
For
he
sure.
in? Something else. That I remember thinking like, okay, he can act, okay.
he's been in movies.
Yeah.
We saw him pretty recently in a pretty dumb Netflix movie too, though. What was that? Ryan Gosling, Chris Evans, spy movie.
Yeah, that was bad.
That was yeah, it was
Ryan
pretty bad.
Gosling should not have done that.
Yeah,
I
it is what it is.
Probably
Probably a good paycheck, right?
he got the bag.
What's your
but-
favorite? Ryan Gosling wins over all these Chris's, by the way.
Yeah, fuck Chris's.
I would smooch Ryan Gosling in a second.
Would you?
Oh, for sure. Have you seen Drive? Place Beyond the Pines?
The Notebook, amazing.
Oh, well, that's not in my top 5 Ryan Gosling. Apparently, they hated each other. That's another example
Yeah.
of a movie.
But they dated. Like in
So
real
yeah,
life.
apparently they hated each other while making that movie.
Yeah.
And then they dated after it.
It was probably
That's what I'm
method
saying. There's
acting
something about like people
Working
having friction
together.
on set that sometimes produces magic
or hatred.
or a terrible movie.
Yeah, one or the
It
other.
could swing in either direction, I think.
Okay, what's
Do you
the
like
next
The
one?
Notebook?
Yeah, it was good.
Okay. Would you rather spend the weekend with pirates or ninjas?
What do ninjas do again? Remind me. Refresh my memory.
They throw ninja stars. They train martial arts.
What's their like objective? Their mission statement?
Honor their master. I don't know.
like
Their mission statement?
yeah, you know.
Ninjas, they're like
What-
warriors.
Okay, but who do they fight for? Why are they fighting for? I need to understand that before I commit. I don't really have an education in
Christine,
ninjas.
I'm not coming up with a story about ninjas for you here.
Okay, but like you expect me to pick one. I feel like I have a better understanding of pirates just
Than
from
ninjas?
movies, but I don't really know who ninjas are.
Okay.
Like pirates, they're on a ship.
So you'd
They
rather
got the
hang on.
loot, you know.
They've got liquor.
Also, that could
I
be a
think there's
party.
this percent of the pirates are just drinking on the boat,
Sure.
stealing money,
Stereotyping, but sure.
booty. Yeah, we're talking about ninjas and pirates. Yes, we're
Ben,
stereotyping.
stop stereotyping. Do not apply such blanket statements to pirates. I don't know.
Let's just say pirates.
Okay, pirates.
Would you rather win the lottery but have to spend it all in one day,
Oh fuck.
or triple your current salary forever?
Can you spend it on investments? Does that count or no? Like you literally have to cash in and purchase goods that cannot be returned.
Let's not give you that loophole. You can't just purchase stocks. You have to spend it all in a day.
Okay,
But you could just get all the stuff you could ever think you ever wanted to buy in your life.
that will be impossible to know in one day.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, and sorry, what was the second option?
Triple your current salary forever.
We're the wrong people to be answering this question.
Well, if like you own your own business and the money you take out of it is maybe just it's a little different.
I would triple my own salary forever rather than win the lottery in undisclosed amount and then have to be forced to spend it. But that's me in my current situation. What do you think?
What would most people say?
Yeah.
Or what would I say?
It depends what your current salary is. That's what changes this. If your current salary is nothing, then obviously you're going to pick win the lottery.
I think the right answer is probably triple your salary for a more
Guaranteed, consistent
that's
results.
definitely
Yeah.
the safer option. But it's also like I think you'd have to figure out how you would spend, whether you're winning $20 million, $50 million, whatever it
That's
is.
the thing. Like, if you win the lottery and you're forced to spend it all in one day,
How do you spend
You will
it?
realize that it's incredibly hard to actually execute that and get everything.
Because
that
like
you need.
let's say you buy you buy a $20 million house, but you've spent all your money. You're not affording the property
Yeah.
taxes or
You-
the upkeep
you can't
or
afford
anything.
it, right?
And that would apply to like any sort of luxury purchase too,
Yeah.
I would think.
Everything needs upkeep. Even a nice car has more expensive upkeep.
Isn't this the thing at the start of the movie Heathers, which we finally watched, by the way? I know a viewer of yours recommended
Mm-hmm.
it a long time ago. It's kind of like Clueless before Clueless, but darker.
Murder.
Yeah, Winona Ryder and what's the guy's name? Mr. Robot. Anyway, good movie. Recommend. It's weird. Probably couldn't get made today. It's pretty dark. At the very beginning, the first scene of the movie is, or one of the first scenes is them going around for like some student newspaper or something like, if you won the lottery, but you knew the world was ending, how would you spend it? And I think the only answer that made any sense to me was someone like, I think they would just like give it away. Like, I think if you were just giving away money to people, they don't know that they have to spend it in that day. So could you just gift it to a bunch of other people?
Just to look like a good guy, but then the world ends.
Yeah, but if the world's ending tomorrow, maybe they don't know. So they can go.
They might just go buy a bunch of ice cream and have fun.
Yeah, but you just make a bunch of people feel good.
Sure. Yeah.
The
I
answer
guess.
is triple your salary.
The
I think.
answer is triple your salary, but understood that will be subjective based on one's salary in answering that question. But that would be the, on average, more responsible decision. Yes.
But sorry, if you had to be forced into the other one,
I don't like it.
I know you don't like it. What would you do with the money then? Here's $20 million, Christine.
Yeah.
Spend this today.
What's the smartest play? I guess but like buying an investment property would only be smart or like a new residence, whatever, would only be smart if you have other funds to upkeep it. So assuming I would still have my other funds and I'm not losing like my other bank, my current bank account, then I would probably just buy a piece of property. Yeah.
So you're just trying to get around like the investment
and then there's
thing.
nothing stopping me from
Don't you just
selling
buy,
it
like,
later.
bricks of gold or something?
Oh, maybe that's smarter. But that'd be like also scary to just like own a bunch of gold.
Oh, just buy a bunch of Bitcoin.
No, Ben. Jesus Christ.
Wait, no, buy all the NFTs.
Buy every NFT. Okay.
I have all the apes.
You can show Jane Goodall. She'll be very happy.
Show Jane Goodall my NFT collection?
Yeah.
You think Jane Goodall would be impressed by that?
If they're apes.
Oh, I see what you're putting down there. I see you.
Pick it up, boy.
I see
Pick it
you.
up.
I didn't get
You
that.
can go on your celebrity crush date with Jane Goodall with your ape NFTs.
Christine, last one. Would you rather be stranded in the jungle
With Jane Goodall.
with Jane Goodall or in the desert with Chris Evans?
Did you just say Chris Evans?
I just added that. Yeah.
You just added the... Sorry.
Jungle with Jane Goodall.
Either way, we're trapped. We're never getting out.
You're stranded.
So we have a chance.
You have a chance to get out of there.
Desert or jungle? Obviously jungle because there's water and potentially food so you could live.
Yeah, I think the desert, for someone who doesn't know how to survive in the wilderness, desert to me sounds way more dangerous.
I would die in either
jungle.
situation, to be clear. Just to be totally transparent. I wouldn't last long, probably.
How long would you last?
I mean, like a
Like 5
human can
minutes.
survive like 20 to 30 days without food.
Yeah, but I think with the desert, you're worried about exposure.
And also...
During the day and night, lack of water.
Yeah, heat exposure. You can get like sun
Also super
poisoning.
cold at night.
Scorpions and shit.
Scorpion.
Not that I've ever
The
been
jungle
to the
probably
desert.
has more threats from like a wildlife.
You gotta fight off a gorilla. Yeah.
A human being is not fighting off a gorilla unless you got Jane Goodall on your side.
Well,
She
in
could
your
talk him-
scenario...
she could talk
Wait,
him down.
You did say Chris Evans was in the desert, though.
Yeah, so what do you do? Hey, we've only got a few hours to live. Let's make out.
Throw sand at him. Or if he's a superhero,
Why would you throw sand at him?
build a sandcastle.
Just for fun?
Maybe he's a superhero and he can like part the sand and find the water.
Christine, he's an actor. He's not actually Captain America.
I don't know,
I think
man.
he just brings his shield and spandex costume everywhere he goes.
Yeah, he could part the desert seas. No, part the desert, find the sea.
You could surf the sand dunes on his Captain America shield.
Yeah. And then we could get out of there. Go back to where there is water.
Yeah, then you can make out.
Jesus Christ. Okay, was that the last one?
Yeah.
All right.
Thanks for watching.
All right, Ben, I have a question for you.
What's your question?
Would you rather...
Eat tacos?
Stop! Would you rather eat tacos every single day for dinner and nothing else? Or only have hummus once a year?
Oh. Tacos can mean so many things, though.
Let's use the tacos we usually have every Taco Tuesday as reference. It'd be that. Or
Do I have to?
yes.
Because I just think there's like unlimited options with
No,
tacos almost.
It's the tacos that we've had. It could be chicken. It could
Wait,
be
I
pork.
have to
it could
eat
be
tacos?
cauliflower.
I have to eat tacos
Well,
every
it's the
day.
only food available. You don't have to eat it. You could starve. It's up to you. But
Or I...
only have hummus once a year.
Wait, how is this a this or that?
If you pick tacos all the time, you
I
can never
never
eat
have
hummus.
hummus.
Yeah.
So I need to pick hummus then. Because what else am I eating other than the hummus when I'm not eating it the other 364 days? I'm eating something.
I did not think this one.
Okay.
All
Great
right,
one.
everyone.
Thank you,
I
Christine.
hope everyone has a fantastic Taco Tuesday. Thanks so much for watching. Thank you to Shopify again for sponsoring this podcast.
Yeah.
Super cool of them. And we'll see y'all later. Bye.